Hello, my name is Bianco. In this video I will talk about absolute budget friendly Sheffield folding knives. That is kind of test. Those knives usually have a retail of about $10 or $12. They were on sale by the local Walmart. The left one was for $3.50 and the right one was only $3. We look on the numbers of the different models and the features. This is basically a test. I still see in USA a lot of inferior, really also dangerous knives that doesn't look too well, that are flimsy made, that they use materials that are not durable, cheap plastic and all that. And because those knives here are made out of metal, I did want to test that out, so to give a bit feedback. With all the options that we have in USA, there is for sure no need to carry or use inferior made plastic cheap Chinese junk knives that sooner or later gonna fold on you and cut yourself or break in the worst moment. The models here from Sheffield are of course made in China as well, but at least they have a quality that you could work with it, and some details you need to fix up if you want to get the most out of it, and that I'm gonna discuss as well. So we have on the left side that knife for $3.50, 3.5 inch folding knife, tanto blade, stainless steel blade with a two-tone finish, pocket clip, cord cutter, and the number is 5730. That's how the box look on the back side. The website is sheffield-tools.com. I did never know much about that sheffieldtool.com. I mean the Sheffield Tool website, or the knife, that brand was simply chosen because of the deal, of the price. It doesn't matter, it's quite likely a rebranded one anyhow. So we have a tanto blade on this one. We have the hollow grind in a black finish, and the rest they did over grind, that it is silver color and the Sheffield on it. It's a one hand opening knife with two thumb studs. We have a liner lock that is pretty well adjusted on this sample. Again, that is Chinese lottery, that could be different in another batch, and I did not select those knives. They were on the Walmart website, so what you do is either you order them and pay for shipping, or you order them with free pickup at your local Walmart store, and I always go with that. So they send you an email, you order, you pay with a PayPal, they send you an email that the order got in and when it's shipped and when it is time to pick it up. So it's that easy. So it has a liner lock, it has aluminum scales. Some accents are made in the holes. They did coated black, and then they did put with a reamer a bit an accent on it there. And the pocket clip is shiny silver color. That should be more in a grey or in a blasted or black color. And then we have, as a back spacer here that is not too well fitted, of course, the holder for the cord cutter, as we have it in here. The cord cutter works pretty well because that's a simple blade in there with a good bevel angle, so that's gonna cut relatively well there. And we have this simple glass breaker that is part of the spacer there, and it's simply held by screws. This is not something that's gonna work for many glasses, maybe even only hardly one of the glass to break with such a device. It depends on how hard it is. That's just a bonus feature. The glass breaker I would not select to use that much, the cord cutter will work. What also we have on the blade is the flipper. As we close the blade, the flipper part unfortunately does not stand out enough or wide enough there. I was not able to flip it to open it that way, but the thumb stud of course works pretty well. So what is the negative on that knife? The sharpness out of the box could have been better, so you need to resharpen the knife blade. You need to adjust the privet to your part of resistance that you feel comfortable with, and then put some Loctite in the screw. You need to oil it, they came completely dry. Also all the other screws, if you want to carry that, those screws need all to be loosened up with the correct Torx screwdriver, and then put some Loctite on it, and then that is well. The material of the handle is aluminum, but it's an absolute soft aluminum. As we see here, it has a ding. That was as I dropped the knife to test it out a bit, and that aluminum, it feels pretty solid and well, but it's a absolute soft aluminum, and it's not a hard anodizing that we have as a coating. It's more like a paint colorizing, and that is not protecting the aluminum too much. It is pretty durable in terms of rubbing off, but if you have if you drop it, if you ding it up, that's not gonna help like a hard anodized surface would. Quite likely the quality of the aluminum is not much for anodizing. And on this model, the part that I don't like about it also is the clip is too shiny. The screws again need Loctite, but the clip is, yeah, it's really silvery color. Other than that, it works well. The handle fits well in my bigger hand. The part here could have been a bit serrated, but that is how that is. If you don't like Tanto, simply grind it a bit more on this side, that you sooner or later by resharpening get a bit of rounded edge on there. So that is relative easy. For $3.50, that is absolute the deal if you don't have much money and you want to spend it well. Also, if you have a little son that is old enough for a good knife now, that would be something that even if it gets damaged, it's not that much lost, and it still has a quality that works. Then to the other one, the $3 knife, 3.5 inch folding knife. This one is a bit bigger than the other. Stainless steel blade, anodized aluminum handle, cord cutter, and we see the number 6043. On the back side we see there 3.5 inch blade, 5 inch handle, the thumb stud, the pocket clip. Yeah, made in China, the same website. So we see that one. I need to put a bit of oil off. That one is a bit bigger. The handle is smoother. It's a bit less, a bit more slippery in the hand, but still we have some serrations top and bottom here. Basically a clip point blade. It's hollow grind, completely black. The finish is uniform, it's just a bit oil on it. We have two thumb studs, also black. The whole thing is black except for the cord cutter blade. We have a liner lock that is on this one, also pretty well adjusted. This is Chinese gambling, that those two here were really well. Then on the back side we have that glass breaker lanyard hole thing. That is not gonna work too well for breaking glass, but as a lanyard hole, that is for sure good. If you don't like it, you can always grind it off if you want without overheating the rest too much. To see like that. This could be also used as a bottle opener. The flipper did not work too well later. It's simply too short to push it out too well. Basically the same problems as with the other one. The privet screw needed to be adjusted to be looped up and then Loctited, and all the screws needed to be put on with Loctite as well. We see it's the same pocket clip. No, actually not. It has a little bit of difference towards the part here, but quite likely it would be interchangeable if you buy both knives. If you want to put on the black one on the silver, that would work too. It's just this part here that is a little bit longer there, but pretty good pocket clips, well adjusted. So good in the hand. For my bigger hand has a good safety part here, so that works. The part here is a bit less comfortable, but it works too as a using knife. Those are not collectibles at all. So on those two pieces, if I could select, I would use the right one for the $3 model instead of the Tanto one for $3.50. But the Tanto one is a little bit smaller, just a little bit, about 10 millimeters, so it may help you for carrying the smaller one in the pocket a bit better than the big one. So for the price, it's amazing. I wish back then, as I grow up in Switzerland, we had knives in that price range in that quality. Of course, there is a lot of high price and better quality knives out there. Again, that is just something on a budget, and yeah, most of us are on a budget, and that would be something to try out. It's not that much money spent, and minimum for a using knife in a tackle box, in a box with tools and all that, that would be for sure a pretty good option. So that much about those two Sheffield knives on sale by Walmart as of April 2015.